From Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio, we've got baseball on the show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the Cincinnati Reds. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And on the hill, the big righty, Henry Baez. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, because he doesn't have plus stuff, it's going to be critical that his skipper keeps a close eye on him. Second time, third time through the order, we see the OPS jump dramatically.
All right, ready to go here. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Looks like he wants the signs again. And we're underway here in the home opener. Swings through that.
Just a little too quick on that. Front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Line to left and foul ball. The 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. And there's a foul ball. Just underway here in Cincinnati. And that's a strikeout. Matthew Ross says he went around. Smith gets it to first. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. 2 down, bases empty. Here comes Bryce Harper. And he hits a ground ball right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. That is the inning. Back here in Cincinnati. And now here's the starter for St. Louis, Hunter Brown. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Right side, Weatherholt. Slings to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Now it's Mookie Betts.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
The 1-1. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here at Great American Ballpark. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Alec Burleson. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Baez, 23 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Fights it off. He'll see another. Foul ball, still 0-2. Toss to Alonso. 1 out in the second. And a swing and a miss.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Check swing. Tried to hold up. Now an appeal to first. He did not go around. Nice grab. Fires to first. And very nicely done for the out. 2 outs. Base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Harrison Bader. And first offering is fouled off. On the inside corner for a strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Bottom of the second. In now for the Reds, Will Smith.
That's a ball.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
0-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Oh.
Quick toss to first. Smith back on a dive. Swings and misses, struck him out. 1 out, man at first. Eugenio Suarez now at the plate.
That's a ball. Strike. Woo.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Ball.
Really
Inside.
good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Now a quick throw to first, and he dives back in safely. Next pitch is outside. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting 7. Left fielder, J.J. Bleday.
That's the ball.
Smith, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that's outside, and it's 2-0.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Now he steps off. Nothing doing. 2-0. And that misses off the outside edge.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And look out.
I got him.
As that
Take it
one
back.
ran in and got him.
Batting 8. Right
Next to hit, Noelvi Marte. What a stop. Throw to first, and they get the out. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game.
J.J. Weatherhold.
Out to short, De La Cruz. Throws to first in time. And one away in the top of the third.
Right fielder, Jordan Walker.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Ball one.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. Betts whips it to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. And up next for St. Louis, Victor Scott. That is upstairs for ball one. And he chases that one below the zone. Top of the third, no score. Drilled out towards left center field. Lede on the move. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And time called prior to the 0-1.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch two-out double made this inning interesting.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. In now for the Reds, Dane Myers. On the ground, right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Up next for the Reds, shortstop, De La Cruz.
Runner on the move. There's the ball.
Outside.
And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Not showing great command so far in this at-bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
That one misses, and it's 3-0. Brown checks the runner.
He's in there.
Myers dives back in safely. And at second. That pitch clips the outside corner. And the count is 3-1. Pickoff throw. And he's back safely. The 3-1. On the ground. A dive. Nice stop. On the money. Nice play.
Up next for the Reds.
Here's Mookie Betts now. He's 0 for 1.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want. Well, this is a little tough for the hitter. In the back of the mind, you're wondering with first base open, am I going to get a pitch to hit? Got to stay back. Let your hands work.
And that one in the air center field. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. Safe. And they take the lead. That one hit to right. And that'll do it. New inning getting started, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Ivan Herrera.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. If you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
On the ground to the left. Gets it to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Up next for the Cardinals, first baseman Bryce Harper.
Oh.
The Reds up by a run, top half of inning number 4. Swings and misses. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Here's the Cardinal DH, Alec Burleson. He's 0 for 1.
Oh.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the Reds catcher, Will Smith. Ground ball right side. Harper takes it himself. 1 pitch and 1 out. Hit hard but foul off to the left.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
The 0-2. Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Reds, third baseman
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Struck out swinging his first time.
That's a ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
That one fouled hard the other way. Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's ball 4.
Base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
left fielder J.J. Bleday.
Oh.
Steps off and looks to first. The 1-0. And another ball. This is again 5 in a row. There's a strike. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted. First base with a quick free pass. There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. They get the out, and that'll do it. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn.
You know, these Cards just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Tries Has to hold up, appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing.
All right.
Time asked for at the plate, and he gets it. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Smith gathers, throws, got him. One away on the strikeout.
Up next for the Cardinals, left fielder Harrison Bader.
Hey!
The Reds leading by a run, and we're at the top of the fifth. Stays alive. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. And up next for St. Louis, J.J. Weatherholt. Grounded out to short in his first trip. This one in the air center field. Myers makes his way towards it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. In now for the Reds, Dane Myers. That's whipped. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Runner takes off. Ball outside.
That's away.
Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. Check on the runner. And he's back in safely. Man at second. Swings through that one for strike one.
Oh.
Fastball for a strike. Brown checks the runner.
No, he's
Myers
in there.
back in on a dive. And that's the second disengagement down. That one misses. Ball 3. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Here's Mookie now. That misses.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Ball 1. And Mookie takes. Inside move to second. Myers back on a dive. Here's a 2-0. Hit on the ground to short. Win. Throw to first in time. Caught up now trying to get to third. They put the tag on him, and that's a double play to end the inning. Top 6. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
Deal 2. Tosses to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Cardinals, center fielder Victor Scott II.
And a foul ball. The Reds up by a run, and we're at the top half of the 6th. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Here's the third baseman, Bobish.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning. Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about it, 9 straight strikes, so tough to do.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 2. Out towards right center field. And that is that. Back here in Cincinnati. In now for the Reds, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Up the middle. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Up next for the Reds, catcher Will Smith.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
No, that's a ball.
In the air out towards right center. Scott has a beat on it. Out number 2. And next is the designated hitter, Munetaka Murakami, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. The next offering misses. Ball 1. And it's fouled away. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Oh.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2-2 now. That one drilled left field. Carrying well. And just like the ex-girlfriend who ain't coming back, that one is gone. And they add a run. It's 2-0. This one in the air center field. Scott under it. And that is that. Back here at Great American Ballpark. And now the Cardinals catcher, Ivan Herrera. Lifted in the air right center field. Marte coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
For the Cardinals, first baseman Bryce Harper.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Fires over to first. And 2 away to start the 7th. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Alec Burleson.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Set for the last half of the seventh. In new arm of the mound for the Cardinals, George Soriano.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Nope, that's inside. No, that's a ball.
Line drive to short and caught.
Up next for the Reds, right fielder, Noelvi Marte.
Check swing, but he went too far. Strike one.
That's the ball.
Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And here's a 3-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Reds,
Two down, bases empty. And now the center fielder, Dane Myers. Missing inside, ball one. Fastball is outside. Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
That is the inning. We're at the top of the eighth, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn.
Ball, outside.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
The 2-1. And there's a ball.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Time called. Payoff pitch. Ground ball left side. And that's just foul. And he walked him. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So all eyes on the man coming to the dish right now.
Up the middle. Oh, a great flip. One at second. A sensational double play. Now it's the second baseman, J.J. Weatherholt.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
And that one hammered, and it's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hammered down the right side, the foul. Check swing didn't go. The count now 2-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Back here in Cincinnati. In now for the Reds, Mookie Betts. And first offering is fouled off. Soriano, a 6'2" righty, 210 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year. Ground ball up the middle. Handles, throws to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Up next for the Reds, first baseman Pete Alonso.
Sliced hard but foul. Foul ball there. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He'll circle the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0. Will Smith to the plate. 1 for 3. On the ground to third. Slings it across, and they get the out on Smith.
Up next for the Reds, designated hitter, Munetaka Murakami.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And that is cut on and missed. 0-2 now.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball instead of just weak contact.
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 4-0. So 2 down. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. That one ripped, but foul.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
2 down, nobody on. This ball's chopped on the ground. Bichette on the run, throw to first.
Yeah.
Got him. Nice play. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Back here at Great American Ballpark, we go to the 9th. Siggy, what would it mean for them if he's able to finish it off?
Well, Boog, I mean, this is huge right here, and if he's able to do it, it would give the bullpen a night off and gives him that much more belief every time he's out there that he can go deep into the ball game. I think they'll feel more confident as well that he's going to put them in a position to win each and every time. If he can complete the shutout, I think they could use it as a springboard to more success over the next few games.
Man at first, so they turn to their closer, Emilio Pagan.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The 0-2. In the dirt. The tag, and he's out at second.
I appreciate wanting to move up there, but that ball didn't get very far away. And getting thrown out as a result, sometimes you can be too aggressive on the bases.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Cardinals now with just 1 out remaining. The Cards down by 4 here at the top of the 9th. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. Baez with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll